President Biden promised to defend allies from Russian attacks, and the debate over plant-based milk may be over. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Thursday, February 23rd. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. The president wrapped up his 3-day trip to Poland and Ukraine yesterday. Biden met with NATO countries in Eastern Europe. NATO is a Western military alliance. He told the countries that they can count on military help if they're targeted by Russia.
Article 5 is a sacred commitment the United States has made. We will defend literally every inch of NATO. Every inch of NATO. And this is an important moment. I look forward to the discussion and the next steps we can take together and to keep our alliance strong and to further deter aggression. Because what literally is at stake is not just Ukraine, it's freedom.
As the war in Ukraine approaches its 1-year mark, Biden wanted to send a warning to Russian President Vladimir Putin against further escalation. Number 2, a massive winter storm is working its way across the country. At least 75 million Americans were under storm watches, warnings, or advisories yesterday. Thousands of flights have been disrupted. The forecast is calling for heavy snow in much of the Midwest and parts of the plains, as well as rare snowfall in Los Angeles County and San Francisco. While much of the country is freezing, a lot of the East Coast will see record warmth. My phone's weather app is telling me that it'll be in the high 70s today here in Washington, D.C., so you can probably leave your coat at home. Number 3 is a Washington Post exclusive. Arizona's top prosecutor concealed records that debunked election fraud claims. The Attorney General's office spent over a year investigating how Maricopa County, which includes Phoenix, handled the 2020 election. According to internal documents, the conclusion was that virtually all allegations of error and misconduct were unfounded. But Republican Mark Brnovich, the Attorney General at the time, kept those findings private. His actions helped make Arizona an epicenter for people who falsely claimed that the presidential election was stolen from Donald Trump. Number 4, Israeli forces killed at least 11 Palestinians in a raid yesterday. The operation in the occupied West Bank was the deadliest raid in years. More than 100 other people were injured. This is part of a sharp escalation in violence in the area since Israel elected the most right-wing government in its history late last year. A TV reporter and a 9-year-old girl were fatally shot in Florida. That's story number 5. Officials say that the journalist was at the scene of a woman's homicide in Orange County yesterday when the gunman returned and attacked again. Orange County Sheriff John Mina told reporters yesterday that a 19-year-old man was arrested.
At 19, he has a lengthy criminal history to include gun charges, aggravated battery and assault with a deadly weapon, burglary, and grand theft charges.
Another journalist from the same network and the girl's mother were also shot and injured in the attack. Here's number 6. The debate over what to call your favorite plant-based milk may soon be over. The FDA said that it's fair game to call those oat, almond, and soy substitutes milk, just like dairy. Dairy and plant-based milk companies have been fighting over this for years. Nutritional labels could change too. The FDA recommended that alternative milks should note the key differences between their products and dairy. Now, these are draft guidelines, so they're still working their way through the approval process. And at number 7, exercising in the afternoon might be the most helpful for living a longer life. A new study found that people who work out between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. have a lower risk of dying early than those who work out in the morning or at night. But don't worry too much about this. The study also found that working out at any time is better for longevity than not exercising at all. And other research suggests that working out in the morning might burn a little bit more fat. And just like that, you are all caught up. But before you go, I wanted to tell you that you can listen to The 7, Post Reports, and other podcasts from The Washington Post ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership. Wherever you listen, make sure you subscribe to our shows so you never miss an episode. I'm Jeff Pierre, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow.